have actually been.
Oh, good God.
Go through.
It's enormous. It's absolutely... This building is just... You could get so lost.
You sure? You happy? Sweetheart?
Yeah?
John says it's okay for me to go in here.
Go on, then. Go with John. You and John. OK, I'll stay here. You all right? You OK? Come on, throw something at Carl and John. Please. I know you're watching us. Do something.
Bloody hell. It's just huge, isn't it? It just goes on. Look. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Torches off, then.
That's all right.
Please, if there is a spirit here with us now, please can you make your presence known? Truly make your presence known. Can you hear that chanting?
Tell you what,
Can you hear the chanting?
Colder.
There's chanting. There's chanting. Kieran, can you hear
It's
it?
getting colder chanting. Can Matt hear it? Matt, can you hear it?
No? Can we? Yeah?
It's getting colder.
Is it?
Yeah.
And you're hearing chanting?
Yeah.
I've never felt this before, I'm not liking it.
It's not nice, is it? Do you know what? I'm getting cold right around my neck and everything that's exposed is getting colder.
Can you talk to us, please, again? Keep still, everyone. Talk to us, please.
I can hear tapping.
Yeah. Come on, use your voice. Use sound. Use your voice. Okay?
It's the sausage.
Where?
What's the matter, John?
I thought I saw something about it while I was a kid.
Joe, the thing is, this is... Don't get me wrong, sorry, John, but John doesn't get scared. And that's what... It's nice when that kind of thing happens.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, my God!
Stay still.
Stay still, nice and steady. What was that? The jam jar!
Yeah.
It's a jam jar!
Where is it?
It's on the steps.
I can just go and verify that it's the same one. Really?
Yeah.
I know exactly where you threw the other one.
OK, but just be careful, for
Yeah,
God's sake.
I will do.
Because it was right up the other end.
I go here or stay here?
You stay there if you want.
stay there. OK.
You want to stand on the top of the steps?
Always the way. The camera is in the other direction when something is thrown.
The jam jar you threw
Yeah.
still there.
Ah, the jam jar we threw, Carl.
Still there?
And John is still here.
I'll stay here.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. Okay. Isn't there there's scientific sort of reports, isn't there, with poltergeist activity that if you stand with your back to if you go on an investigation, throw something into a corner and turn your back to it, walk away, have a conversation, talk about something else, invariably something will be thrown back.
Yeah, some of the best cases, Enfield poltergeist, Cardiff poltergeist, some of the best phenomena happened when the investigators weren't paying attention. Literally, like you say, just turn your back.
Yeah.
Just for a second even.
Let's do it again, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll throw
Watch
this.
your head.
Welcome back to the final night of our four-night investigation from right here, the Czech Republic. We're about an hour and a half outside Prague, the capital city, at a wonderful castle with roots dating back to the 13th or 12th century, and we've had some amazing results already tonight, including, Yvette thinks, poltergeist activity. So would you welcome back, please, our demonologist Fred back to talk poltergeist for a moment, Fred. Yvette was convinced that this slightly mischievous activity was a poltergeist and wasn't actually malevolent, wasn't too evil. What would your response be to that?
Well, poltergeist is German for noisy ghost, and they're the ones that throw things around. You may see something moving around the house that you thought was somewhere else. Poltergeist, yeah, mischievous, really, mischievous ghost.
Yvette was also saying, and Kieran kind of backed her up, that if you make a request or throw something and then almost ignore the presence, you may then get a response. They like to kind of sneak up on you.
Yeah, they'll do it again. Or they will do something else, yeah. They like to play tricks.
Now, we heard from Leslie earlier on, our academic and historian, about what may have been going on here as far as the Nazi occupation, what little we know of it was. And she also mentioned their occult links, their fascination, or elements of the Nazi Party's fascination with the occult.
Well, the thing is, HH came up in Morse code, I believe, wasn't it? Well, Heinrich Himmler was based, well, not based here, he put the SS in here. And there was no strategic reason for them to take over this castle. It was no use to them. So the only thing I can think of, really, Hitler was really into finding supernatural weapons. It was one of his quests. And knowing this was to be the gateway to hell, I would think that's probably why the Nazis were here, not for any other reason, really.
Now, I know you're going to be involved in the investigation a little later in the programme with some special experiment for them, but what was your first impression when you turned up here today, Fred?
Incredible. I've never felt anything like it, to be honest with you, and with the stuff that I enjoy, demonology, witchcraft, Satanism, it was like coming into somewhere, well, I can't really describe it, and as you know, we've already done something that will be shown later.
Which we're going to see later on in the programme. For the moment, though, thank you, Fred Batt, our demonologist. We do want to hear from you as well. Yvette directly asked for your help, your thoughts, your advice about how to contact her and move on her conversation with whatever presence is in this castle. Julian Clegg and his interactive team has a lot more.
Thanks, Paul. I think children seems to be a theme because obviously there's this problem over communication with Yvette, as we were seeing a few minutes ago. So what is going on? Well, Emma in Stoke-on-Trent says 2 young children are just watching them, and a lot of reaction on Facebook and Twitter about this. Perhaps they should use a trigger object, says Claire Mead on Twitter. And Stephanie Flynn on Facebook, along with Kerry Duggan, Fran Rankin and many, many others, are saying, you know, shout to create energy. They might copy them, sing or hum, perhaps. This all seems to work. And are you going to try the Ouija board, they say as well. Like those kind of messages, thank you. Kate Proops on Twitter as well. It's a child as far as I'm concerned. Try treating it like a child and then perhaps it will respond. Play with it. Thank you. Paul in Walton in Derbyshire on Facebook. They should try speaking in Latin again. That's an idea. Thank you for that one. And Mark on Facebook, get angry with it is the suggestion there. And Nicola from Facebook says they need to do some sort of chant. And interestingly, on the ordinary text messages, Billy in Ireland says, I see a lot of activity around Matt tonight. I think they feel they can contact the team through him. Well, let's look at the webcams and see what you're seeing. Thank you very much indeed for your input on that. Webcam 1, the chapel over the gateway. There it is now. Simone in Cumbria. There's a figure of a man crouched down looking out of the window. Also a black mist that keeps flying past the webcam at the top on that one. And Ben in Manchester, I'm sure there's a cloaked figure, possibly a monk standing in the corner. Be safe, team, tonight. Webcam 2, let's move on. The underground room. And there it is. Lindsay from Manchester. I can see a female figure with a white dress stood to the left-hand side of the wall. I've seen men as well with long beards and hats on in this room. And Tony in Birmingham, I heard what sounded like a stone being thrown across the room on webcam to the underground room. Don't forget you can see these on our website, mosthauntedlive.net. In the attic, webcam 3, Jessica from Woking, I can hear deep mumbling voices on the attic webcam. Be careful, team, you're dabbling in the world of the unknown, says Jessica. Thanks for that. And Michael from Liverpool, there was a figure of a man in an army uniform holding a flag. Be careful, says Michael. And moving on to webcam 4, the piano room. Ollie in Wales, I saw a quite small figure by the window. Thank you, Ollie. And Connor from Fareham, I heard a heavy voice gasp for air as if it were trapped somewhere. That's webcam 4 in the piano room. Don't forget when you get in touch with your messages on the webcams to say who you are and where you're from, and if possible the time of the sighting, because that helps us if we get a trend on that. Some more general messages. Claire and Wrexham, I really feel this is an evil presence in that castle, just messing around with their heads. It's agitating them, which is causing frustration, which helps give it power through negative energy. Thank you, Claire and Wrexham. And Gary from Coulston, the team must be extremely careful tonight. I was on a ghost hunt last year at this same location. Very interesting. Our medium picked up an evil presence called Ivor. Fascinating. Get in touch on the text, on Facebook, on Twitter. More to come from Interactive later. Back to you, Paul.
Thank you, Julian. Well, here with us, of course, is Leslie Smith, our academic and historian. We'd like to try and cross-reference any evidence, no matter how small. And we've got those vibrations we picked up, Leslie. Any indication of seismic activity in this area?
Yeah, I'm no geographer, but I've been able to link into an academic site that's the formal site of the government. And we have certainly an earthquake happening on the 22nd of November in 2008, which ain't that long ago when you think of where we are in the year. And it was at 11:27, actually, I've got here. And it was on November the 22nd, yeah, confirming that. 10 kilometres deep. Now, what I'm interested in is the history of what people believe in the area. What's coming? You know, it's that sensation. It's not a hot country. Cold time of year then, cold time of year now. Is there something building up?